Hey guys, welcome back. I want to start putting the supersonic playfield back together. There's a little bit of dirt in the clear coat because I obviously sprayed it down here. So I'm going to hit it with a little bit of 2000 grit sandpaper in the areas that need it. And then we can start putting this thing together. I still have a couple rollover targets that are a little tight from the clear coat. And I'll have to get those cleaned out, but that shouldn't, there's only a few of them that are doing that. So I should be able to get those cleaned out. Might just have to drop them out from below and maybe just take my knife in there and clean out the extra clear coat that's in there. I got to start getting this stuff done. I only have a few weeks before my party. So it's kind of crunch time on getting some of these projects wrapped up so they're not a million pieces everywhere. So basically I'm going to do like I did last night before I put that hard top on. I took a little 2000 grit, a little bit of window cleaner. I'm just gonna spray it down. And you don't have to go crazy with it. It's all we're doing is just knocking down any of the dirt. And then we're gonna use my drill and buff it up, which I thought I had some stuff down here. Yeah, I have some Novus down here that we'll use to buff it up. And then we'll put a coat of wax on it. And that's it. All up in this area looks fine. It's just a little bit down here. And these plastics for the kickouts right here, that one was broken. I do have more coming. They should be here in another day or two. I ordered like a dozen of them just so I have them, because I know that they use them on this game, which this game I'm going to eventually be selling, but they use them on the silver ball. They use them on quite a few different ones. So I ordered a dozen of them, so I had them. They were really cheap. I think they were like less than $1 a piece. Something like that. I'd have to look up where I got them from. I forget. I'm just going to hit up here a little bit. And I need to, I don't know if I have to paint the pop bumpers on this one or not. Obviously, the more you sand, the better results you're going to get. But I didn't put a ton of clear on here. I think I put like 4 coats, which is enough, more than enough. But I'm saying if you want it to be perfectly flat like I did the pinball pool, well, obviously you're going to have to sand it and then re-clear it again. But just that little bit of tiny sanding really did a lot. I'm going to try to get a little bit of this imperfections out right here real quick. And then we're going to buff it with the Novus and the, I just use my cordless drill. I mean, all in all, it really doesn't look too bad. The flatter you keep your hand, the better it'll turn out. But I'm trying to get a little bit of a deeper imperfection out here. What it was is where it was worn down to the bare wood, the paint went in the wood a little differently, and there's really nothing you can do about it. It just kind of makes it a rough feeling. But you have enough clear on it, you could definitely sand it out. So that's, I feel comfortable leaving it like that. It's not too bad. So I'm gonna grab my drill and a battery, show you how I'm gonna do it. Just got 2 bars left on this battery. Where's my wheel? There it is. I use these wheels for automotive. This one's tore up from hitting metal and stuff. We're going to take some Novus 2. I think that's what I used last time. And we're going to start polishing it up with that. But if you look here up close, you can see some of the imperfections. me show you so you understand what I'm talking about. And the chances are I could probably sand them out with the amount of clear I have on here, but I'm not going to risk it. See that? It looks worse in the picture than it does in person, but you can get that out. I just don't want to wear the clear down that far, because once it's polished up, we'll look at it after we polish it and see how bad it looks. Clogged up, per usual. I already hit the riser or whatever that thing is, the bushing for the flipper. I already ran the drill into that. Oh, that's a lot. Perfect. Way too much. So this is just Novus 2, no wax yet. See how you can see it a little bit, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all, really. In person, it doesn't look bad. In fact, when you're standing in front of it, you barely even see it. We're catching it from a side view. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on high speed, and I'm going to get the rest of this buffed out and put some wax on it. We'll be using the wax that I have. Just pinball wax. It doesn't really matter. I mean, this is automotive clear. You can put automotive wax on it. It doesn't matter. So, all right, let me get this polished up. I'm only polishing up the areas that I wet sanded, and then I'm going to put a coat of wax on everything. One more thing, and then after I put the playfield completely together, I will put one more coat of wax on it before I wipe everything down and get the glass on it and everything. Okay, just like waxing a car. I have wax all over the playfield. I'm gonna let it dry. It says 10 to 15 minutes, and then buff it off with the dry cloth. And I'm only gonna put one coat of wax on, then I'm gonna assemble the playfield, and then once everything's done, I'll put another coat of wax on before I close everything up. Automotive clear coat holds up extremely well. You don't have to put the amount of wax on it as if it were the original artwork on the playfield. Okay, while the wax is drying on the playfield, I am going to start buffing some of these plastics. I ran my drill on this one. Hard to see in the camera. But unbuffed versus buffed out. Look at that difference, guys. I mean, that's a no-brainer. And I lightly run the wheel on the backside too, because look at the filth. So I just hold it in my hand. I mean, nothing crazy. Just hold it like this. And you can see how it just takes the dirt and the filth right off the thing. So if you look at it right now, it looks real yellowed and just dull and crappy looking. Right now, there's just a bunch of wax on the wheel. See how shiny? See the shiny and dull? That's all I'm doing. So I'm gonna do that for a couple minutes while I'm waiting for this to set up, and then I'll come back, we'll wipe the playfield down. All right, I buffed out the plastics while I was waiting. Yeah, I'll probably just pop out those rollovers from underneath. Might be a bit of a pain, but I don't really have a choice. So what I'm doing now is I'm just taking a microfiber and trying to get all the wax off, excess wax. I'm not going to go super critical right now. I'm cleaning every little bit of wax off and get as best I can because I'm still going to put another coat on. Take this little tiny wire wheel and clean out these sockets real quick, because there's now clear coat in some of them. I had them, did I have them covered? I think I did. I did have them taped off, but still, there's oxidation and stuff in them. Can't really get to some of those, they're too low. Definitely has some white oxidation on them. You know what's funny is these things are just finish nails. You think here. I don't know what I want to do as far as lighting goes. But before I do that, I need to clean these switches. I did have them taped off, but they're not looking the greatest. I thought I brought my file down here, but I don't think I do have a file down here. I do have another one that my buddy gave me, but I don't know where it's at. Might be in my van still. Not going crazy here. I'm just couple real light little passes. This file is very, very smooth. All right. Okay, let's turn this on. You know what? I don't think did I reflow the displays yet? Yeah, I think I did. I did. So any lights on the playfield are just general illumination lights, and they're just getting regular light bulbs. Same thing with the back glass. Somebody started putting LEDs in it, and then never finished. And this doesn't sound like it's booting up. I think I still have a problem with one of these plugs. I don't remember which one. It's this guy right here. It's not the plug. I'm pretty positive the pin on the back of the board is messed up. Because that's unless let me take that back. I did repin that whole connector. It's a new connector pins, so I could have possibly messed up one of the pins. And we still have this light bulb out right here, 8,000. I got to figure that out still. But I don't know what I want to do as far as LED colors. These guys go on the back there. A little bit of wax on there still. So we all know here, guys, the pilot and the stewardess, they're just pretending they're having a cup of coffee, but we really know what's going on there, don't we? And this poor guy over here, the co-pilot, he's like, if I can only be a pilot, I could get the stewardess, you know. That's pretty much how that goes. Co-pilot always gets shafted. So I guess we might as well start up top there and work our way down. I don't know if I just want to run all white. The playfield is really colorful. So should we just white LED this thing? I'm thinking probably. these are cool white. I always wiggle them around if they don't come on at first, just to make sure that they're going to stay on. Ugh, can't get that one. Can't get my fingers on it. Can't put a lot of pressure if you're using pliers. You gotta be very careful because they're just a plastic lens. That one's acting up. That one doesn't want to work at all. That one's got something else going on. That might be a wire underneath. Did I miss any? I don't think so. Oh, right here. There's a bunch of out underneath the playfield, but that's okay. We'll do that afterwards. Those will get LEDs underneath there. We'll see if the LEDs work, the Ghostbuster LEDs work with the original board. I don't know if they will or not. Some people say they will, some people say they don't. So I don't know for sure. So this guy right here is messed up. Well, it's probably because it's not connected. It's supposed to go right here. It's still not lighting up. There it is. That needs soldered on. So I will solder that on real quick. Gotta get the solder gun to warm up. And I don't know if the one that's not lighting up right here, I have it bent down. I don't know what the deal is with that, because here's the wire for it, and even when I touch it to it, it doesn't work unless the bulb's burned out. But I'm pretty positive I checked the bulb, but hey, I might not have. Come out, Mr. Bulb. Bulb looks fine. Well, maybe not. Maybe it is blown on the one side. Might be bad. I'm just gonna stick a regular LED in here real quick just to see if it turns on once I touch the wire to it. Yep. Okay, and you see how this, because it's a regular LED, see how it's staying lit the whole time? That's the problem with regular LEDs under this playfield, is it'll just stay lit the whole entire time because it can't turn off. I guess it's just not enough. I don't know what the reasoning is behind it. Something to do with power. I guess maybe an LED takes less power to drive, which it does, and maybe it just stays turned on because of that. I don't know. I remember somebody saying something about it, but I don't remember exactly how they explained it. While my solder gun is heating up that I never turned on, I'm gonna go grab some non-ghosting ones. I wanna put it in that one and see if it stays lit. Non-ghosting, cool white. Let's see what it does. Nope, stays lit. Let's just try it in a different socket to make sure that this wire is not just staying on the whole time. Because maybe that's not the right wire. I just saw it sitting there and I figured that had to be it. It's loose wire. Maybe that's a general illumination light. I don't know yet. Yeah, you see how that's flashing like that? I don't think it's supposed to do that. And so the only way to get this to work with LEDs underneath the playfield would be to buy a new lamp driver board, or there's other methods to doing it too. But now we know that clearly they don't work in here because they shouldn't be flashing like that, because the regular bulbs don't flash like that. And then this one's staying on the whole time. This must be a general illumination wire. And then if that's the case, or something else is shorted out, keeping it on the whole time, because that's the only wire I see over here that is currently loose. So that I'll have to look into. I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, but that should not be flashing like that. Let's put the regular bulb in there. See, one flash. These are multiple flashes. Let's try a regular LED in there. See exactly how that acts versus the Ghostbuster one. See, it does the exact same thing. Oh, I don't know. Why? See how it flashed twice that time? Twice again. Once. Twice. Twice. So it's acting the same. Okay, let's solder that wire back on to the general illumination bulb on the top. As far as that other one, I don't know why it's staying lit the whole time. Maybe I should trace that wire. I don't know how hard it'll be to trace it. What is this wire here? Nah, gotta turn it off. It's gonna want to spark on me. was hoping I could just zap it real quick with it turned on, which I probably could have, but it's probably smart to just turn it off. Ooh, it almost dripped on me. Yeah, I don't recommend trying to solder with the game on. Not the smartest idea I did there. Let me see if I can tell. It's it looks like blue and brown. I'll investigate that later. But let's at least see if this bulb works now. Yes, it does. Let's see if the game actually boots up, or is that wire going to cause me problems? Oh, okay. Perfect. I got to remember to do that connector. Let's stick, for now, let's stick the rest of the LEDs in the back glass. Anything that is currently lit should be able to get LEDs. The other ones, I don't know if a non-ghosting will work on these ones. That one's burned out. I already have piles of 44 bulbs. And I've only worked on a couple pinballs. It's crazy. See, now on Grand Prix, the non-ghosting bulbs worked in that game. But that's an EM, not a solid state. But I am going to grab a couple Ghostbusters, or at least one. Should have left it in my pocket, and see if it works on that flashing unit up there. Something's telling me it's probably not going to. But you never know unless you try, right? And I tried, and it doesn't work. Now, I wasn't sure if that one stays lit or not, so we're going to stick one of these in there. Okay, clearly it does not stay lit, or this one down here. Okay, so those ones we cannot, we'll have to see if a non-ghosting one works up there first. Now this doesn't stay lit either, does it? The whole time? I don't know what it says on the glass. I think that's just the game over, which means when the game starts, it's clearly not going to be lit anymore, which means that this is going to have interference. Let me grab a couple non-ghosting ones just to see out of curiosity. Well, that's not going to do me any good there. I don't know why I just stuck it in there like a dummy. It's got to go up here. That one didn't look bad. Little bit of a flicker, but not bad. It's honestly, you can't really even notice it. It's so minor and it's going to be behind the artwork. I think we'll be okay with that. So I think these I don't know what it says there either. Ball in play right here. Any of these, I'm just going to put some non-ghosting ones in there. We'll see what it does. These ones are a little bit easier to get the bulb out of, except for those last four. I'm going to have to get something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Need 15 of them. The back glass will need a little touch up where the lock bar right here sticks out past the wood, and anytime you open it, it scratches on the wood or on the glass. So these ones still might freak out. I don't know yet until I get to play a game on it. So what will happen is if they do freak out when you hit the flippers or the bumpers or anything like that, these lights will flicker on you. So what doesn't make sense to me is, like, they sell complete LED kits for these games, and it says non-ghosting. So what does that mean? If I just tried one and it flickers, how can they sell them and say that it works? Had a little, oh, you know what? I'll use this one. This one's old. Got a new one going on here anyways. Taking the tip off of the ball launch to get these bulbs out. And this one might be a little too worn out. I had a new one around here somewhere I was using. Oh, here it is. Right in front of my face. Ow! Hit my head on a light. Now this one broke too. That's an old one. Crap. I think the cat took it. I think the cat took it. So you got that going for me. Maybe we can try the old socket. Forgot what size socket I used to use on cars. 11:30 seconds. What I need is a fuel line hose from a car. I have spools of them out in the shop, I just don't have any in the house. All right. For now, I'm just going to put the back glass in, just so I don't have blaring LEDs at me. You know what's funny is all the ones that were already in, look at on the camera, they look like a different color. In person, they're the same color. How weird is that? And you could totally see in the camera, everyone that was already in the machine when I started putting them in is a different color than the ones I just put in. But in person, my eyes cannot see the difference. Like I said, you can see how bad that is. We'll touch that up and see if we can't readjust that lock bar to go back a little bit so it does not continue to scratch the back glass. That looks good. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit more tonight. I'm not gonna go too crazy. We start putting these guys on. Back in here, we gotta put that metal rail on there. This guy first goes on here, this hoopty-doopty. Is that down too far? I don't know. I don't know. All right, let me pause this for a second. Okay, so what sucks is to hold that rail in, these guys, some of them snapped off, and I don't have the screws in here right now to replace those. So I got to get the screws for it. Like this one can go in. So what I'm going to have to do is knock out the insert, or the T-nut underneath, whatever they call those things, and put new ones in but I got to make sure I get the right length screw. And I'm probably just going to get all new screws for these 4, mine as well. We still got to do the drop targets too. Got to change those out. So I can't really do much with that up there right now. I can't really put the plastics on up there until I get those fixed, in case I have to drill or something stupid like that. Let me stick these up here for the time being, just to see what it looks like with the LEDs. It's not bad. We could put this one together. It just sucks because I'm waiting on that plastic part for that one. These don't look the greatest either. But, you know, I'm not buying new ones for this one. I'm going to plan on selling it. If I sell it, somebody else can put new ones on if they want it. I don't want to spend a ton of money on it, because maybe somebody else wants to do something different with it. I mean, they're not broken or anything. They just don't look super shiny or anything like that. But you don't see them too much. I did get all white rubbers for this one, but I got yellow flipper. I thought that would look kind of cool with the white flippers with yellow rather than red. Just change it up a little bit. Since I have the chart, I might as well use the chart. 2.5 inch rubber on these two. Should be this guy right here. Yep, 2.5. Make sure my switches are not touching, which they are. Okay. We could put that together. I'm not going to screw the plastics down yet, so we can at least put the posts on here. So on these one playfield, they're a little strange. Obviously, it needs a post on this one and this one for the plastic to get mounted. But the funny thing on this one is this one right here is a threaded. That one up there is a wood screw style, and this is obviously a regular wood screw. But yeah, up there they didn't put the T-nut underneath the playfield. They just threaded it right into the wood. Now I already lost my Phillips screwdriver. Perfect. How did I lose that already? There she is. missed the light bulb. I think that lady's throwing that kid out the window. Not quite sure. Maybe. I don't want to do anything with that because the drop targets need to come out. I wonder which plastic goes there. I wonder which one it is. Oh boy, that's not it. Is it this guy? Yes. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need stud with a wood screw, stud with a wood screw, stud with a wood screw, stud with a wood screw. 4 of those. I already forgot. This one. That's a regular one. That's not right. That is a machine screw one. This gets, the gate goes there. So I need another regular one. Machine screw with the stud, and then a regular one back there. This, I believe, is for the gate thingy. And then this is, I think, another regular wood screw one. This guy goes here. I got to remember what that sits on, if it sits on a plastic or not. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one again. That's right. Thought I had it in my hand. That one's a threaded one. Or, yeah, a machine screw one. I gotta get another one for there. What's going on here? Oh, I'm an idiot. That one also gets a, no, I have a machine one. That's right. Just didn't want to go in. Don't know why. I don't want to use a drill because I'm afraid that I'll crack it or bust the frickin' screw off. Okay, so I need a regular screw head one there. This one is not going in for some reason. And I don't know why. Unless this one's busted. Could be. Regular one, regular one. This T-nut must be messed up. I ordered new ones of these. I forgot, and I went and looked, and I got the wrong size. I got 1032s, and I need 832s. So I'm probably gonna have to order more of these because these are special because they have the other side with the nut on it for the cap. So probably just have to order some of those. I remember some of this stuff busting off. I just don't remember what ones busted off. Now I lost a Phillips screwdriver again. I'm gonna have to start wearing a tool belt. Where did I put it? Literally just had the damn thing. I carried it with me over to there. damn thing. That's what I'm kicking. A lot of posts on this one side. Set that up there. Can't, I'm missing that one. And then this goes from here to here. That's too high. That's not right. Okay, I'll have to look into that. But that is clearly not right. Not a big deal. I forget where some of the stuff goes, but I'll figure it out. Okay. So I got to get those fixed up there. I got to get that one fixed. I have to probably order some posts. That's just a screw there. I got a couple more plastic ones there. Those are just regular wood screw style ones. Oh, put those two in real quick. Maybe this has plastic here. I forget. Ugh. Let's look and see real quick. This goes there. This has a busted off little bit, but not bad. That goes right here. And this one goes right here. Like that. Okay, so I need a screw with a stud and then a regular one. Obviously I need a screw to hold that metal still, and then I got to get a screw for there. I'm just trying to get some of this stuff back together. Let's see if I can remember where these guys go. These ones have bends to them. I believe these ones are straight. Maybe not. Maybe those are them. Yeah, that looks right. We have this longer straight guy. If you're wondering why I don't label this kind of stuff, is because I learned from doing it this way better than if I label it. If I label everything, I'm just gonna take it out of the bag and put it in place, and I'm not gonna remember like, oh yeah, that one was like that size, or I'd rather just kind of figure it out on my own. A lot of clear in that hole. Apparently. There we go. This side went down too far. That's better. These guys, we have 3 left. No, that gets the metal thing there. These are the brackets that hold the metal apron. Might have to look these ones up. I think one went here. Right there. And this one went here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end it for tonight. I got a good start on it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to order a couple of those posts. Not a big deal. I'll get those ordered. I'm gonna order extra of them because I have silver ball coming up, and if any of them are broken on that, I'm gonna need them for that as well. So I'll just probably order some extras so I have them. So let me know what you guys think. Any questions or comments, feel free to ask. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow.